We lived here through Hurricane Sandy when our house was destroyed, and we decided to rebuild. And that's how we began the search for what we wanted to rebuild.
We were looking for a builder who had taste.
We were interested in quality construction.
His product that we saw, prior to engaging with him was, the highest level.
His knowledge was unsurpassed in the industry.
I think his experience in this area really had us kind of hone in on him.
I've always dreamt of designing and building a home my whole life, and so this isn't just a house to us, it's like a lifelong project.
And when I spoke with Robert, I got a very comfortable feeling in talking to him that he was being very transparent and very fair. And it was that, I think, fairness in our interaction with him initially that made us make the decision to go with Robert.
I'm Robert Manetti, owner of Monetti Custom Homes. I was raised in the building business. My grandfather started Monetti Homes in 1948. I graduated high school and my dad offered me a job, and I took it and was taught carpentry. I still am using the information that I learned and the knowledge that was gained during those early formative years.
Right away I knew, just from talking with him, that he understood me, I understood him.
He's great at managing the process and all the processes around it. He surrounds himself with great people. You can tell they admire him. So he's got a very strong professional relationship in the community.
Most important thing I would say about Robert is that he stays with the project. You build your home, he's not gone. He builds your home, you're even more in partnership with him.
With Monetti Custom Homes, we view work as relationships.
Robert will do anything to make a client happy. That is his mantra. It is make people happy. He will go to the ends of the earth to give people that.
We could always depend on Robert. That was very important for us to deal with someone like that.
I strongly value the relationships we've built with clients over the years.
Bob's sort of an artist.
First, it's a work of art.
And I would say that Bob was an artist, really.
He's an artist. That's something special in a contractor.
There's no question he's an artist. He doesn't want his name on anything, as I said, that doesn't meet his high personal standards for what he thinks the craftsmanship of a home should be.
The difference I think that we bring, and I specifically bring to each project, is my passion.
I believe strongly that Robert is passionate, he's skilled, and he cares.
He's not somebody who will settle for minimum standards, and we like that.
He's the boss of his operation, he's a great leader, and he is passionate about his work and his relationship with his clients. He cares about that a lot.
In my opinion, it's all in the details. That's what makes something unique and personal.
We're both very detail-oriented, and we know how to kind of drive contractors because that's what we do for a living.
The 3 words I would use to describe Robert is stickler for detail and passion for building.
I was really impressed by the detail and what he did in this house.
Robert's a perfectionist. There's nothing short of perfection is going to meet his standards, and it comes through because he's here on site looking at every single detail to make sure it's done up to his standards.
I care deeply about the final product. I also believe in architectural continuity and tying things together that aren't necessarily evident in the blueprints. As the process ensues, from the very early appointments, they build a trust within me and they see that this is not dollars and cents, but I care deeply about their product and how it's going to come out and reflect ultimately on us.
What it came down to was I trusted his instinct.
Having someone I could communicate with and trust was very important.
I had to have confidence that somebody was looking out for me on the job.
We really got the feeling that they weren't just building a house. Like the care and attention to detail and the quality and the standards, as if they were building their own house, just came through every single day through a year-long process.
With that care, true care and love, we call it love, we're putting love into it. When you put the love in, there's trust that it just happens.
He just shows an intense appreciation for perfection.
They love the details. That's what they really love to do, and they're amazing.
Robert is a perfectionist, very detail-oriented.
We are fired up here. We bring an intensity to deliver you absolutely the best experience that you can possibly have.
Working with Bob is something that's great. He is the best I've worked with.
He's got a good group of folks around him that help manage his life and his projects.
It's really like a family organization, and they're all an extension of Robert.
And all of his subcontractors and all the guys that work for Manetti are really craftspeople.
Robert just has fantastic people, right down to all the subcontractors he uses.
And that was actually a surprise to us.
Yeah.
We didn't realize that when we hired Robert, we were getting such a solid team.
Communications from the team was one of their strong suits.
I would say that Robert's team was very, very respectful of our home.
I have no doubt that when we call him because we have a question or there's something that comes up, that he's going to do what he's done all along and show up and answer or send someone or get the answer for us. The level of professionalism and pride in his workmanship, and that doesn't end.
My expectations for my employees and vendors when they're working is simply excellence at all times. One of the things that I pride myself on and the company on is professionalism.
One doesn't always assume in construction that what's supposed to be done gets done.
It's really not about nails and hammers and saws. It's ultimately about a vision, and he knows where he's taking something and what it should look like when it's done.
That plan that Robert showed up with day one, he was adamant that it was not just he gives us the proposal. He had to come in person. When he showed up with his color-coordinated flow work plans with the architecture plan there, it really put me at ease.
I would recommend Manetti Builders to anybody, and in fact we have recommended him numerous times.
Every time we've had to do something, over 25 years we've called him back to do it. I think that's a real testimonial to how good he is.
We're also building another house right now next door, and Robert's building it for us. So I guess, I don't know if there's another way of complimenting or saying that you truly believe in someone than doing it again with the same person.
Working with Bob Manetti in building our shore house was a very comfortable feeling for me.
I think when you work with people who are passionate about what they do, who have a lot of skill, who've done it for a long time, and you feel confident with them, it becomes a really fun process.
It's a continuing relationship.
Robert provides in his contract for a warranty period. He will return to the house and fix any things that might have been faulty in any regard. But actually, he will be someone that you can reach out to if there's something wrong with the house, the second or third year if you have an issue, and that's been a tremendous benefit to be able to reach out to Robert 3-4 years after he built the house.
I believe in today's custom building market, things like impeccable product and attention to detail should be a given. Any competent builder can join two pieces of wood together and make them a smooth, perfect miter. What they can't necessarily achieve is what we bring to the product in terms of the love, passion, and care that integrates all these factors together, holds the client's hand from beginning of the process all the way to the end, and carries them years after. That's what we do. That's the love.